afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast from your host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, hero of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland, off here to 1 vs 1 on Nexus. In the west, it's Gastrodon, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, launching an all-out assault here with the 2nd Armored Division against positions held by Angreifen. Forming up here, the Oberkommando West, rolling out with the 15th Panzerdivision, meant to hold the line until an actual division can hold this stretch of territory. We got Overwatch, we got Luftwaffe ground forces and special operations versus airborne, heavy cavalry and infantry, with triple infantry there for Angreifen, double infantry with a single pathfinder bullet in there for Gastrodon. But otherwise, actually I was about to say standard start. We actually got a Kubelwagen out here for Angreifen in a rare display there of Oberkommando's play, since it's kind of sort of, you know, not really seen a lot of play. Now, while it is getting buffed, I'm not 100% convinced the buff's going to help it out a ton, but we'll have to see. Our way first auction chosen is Overwatch for Angreifen, nominating out for Jaegers, Goliaths, for the Fatherland, Artillery, and of course Sector Assaults. Gastrodon remains a bit more apprehensive, heading towards the calf point there for the munitions, saying northwards for the echelons. Centre victory point being rushed there, but Angreifen's full is seeking to swiftly secure that one for the Fatherland and dig in. Ravening southwards, Sturmpanning southwards, they're hitting the field point there fast. Kubelwagen being used to sort of quickly connect up and grab a lot of territory there. Another Volker squad there for Angreifen. Sturmpanning is advancing up for here, and we got, well, not entirely sure what Gastrodon's up to there. Is he planning a fast tech maybe? Since he's not going for digital rifleman, or is there something else going on there? No, just a bit of a delay there. Volker's caught here by the munitions port, or calf point there. Being down sandbag, Sturmpanning quick rush up to assist, but looks like he's more interested in first grabbing the point before rushing up there. But there you go, he will flank the rifleman, in which case that's going to turn the situation with Gastrodon there a bit uncomfortable. Rifleman in against the Sturmpioneer there. Rifle squad there routed. Glorious Assault for the service of the Fatherland. And engaging up north of the versus full companies. That's going to be a not good one there for Gastrodon. Right now his forces are a bit scattered, whereas Angreifen is sort of focusing up his forces more aggressively, and that way more easily positioned. He's beating Gastrodon's forces. Kubelwagen, of course, just allowing him to seize a lot of territory reasonably fast, since the Kubelwagen seizes territory fast and also moves faster, so that way he can just quickly move from point to point and just gob a lot more territory. But here we go, folks, being left on their own as Angreifen consolidates his forces into the north. A interesting move there, allowing Gastrodon here to attack to overwhelm in the south and opening up the fuel point there in return. Grierson, for some reason, are running a delaying action here. Not entirely sure what he's hoping to do that, except maybe get his Griersons killed. Perhaps he just doesn't like them. I don't know, but it's going to have to retreat those Griersons soon enough before they get annihilated. In the south, Volkskin is sitting out here, back in after further going on there for Angreifen in his base. Sturmpioneer at Volkskin is there opening up Griersons, causing quite a bit of havoc there. Doctrinally, Gastrodon remains not quite revealing his hand there yet. Take over there, Lieutenant, standard stuff. We'll have to see what the follow-ups are with there. Likely 50 calibers, could also be stewards as well. Can be a bit of a toss-up there. The Kubelwagen continues his territory, go around north there as he's about to risk losing the south here. But Angreifen's also mentioned when he will focus squad into position to that way make it harder here for Gastrodon just to seize it. And he's going to have to fall back there, because without sufficient numbers, the Volkskin will easily win this engagement. In part because the weapon there are on health. Flare off. Jaegers out there for Angreifen as well. Will likely be upgraded, of course, as soon as he's got any take up. But so far, though, Angreifen is yet to take up. M20s of Gastrodon here, possibly feeling pressure there, but Angreifen is going for a utility car there to apply more immediate mechanized counter pressure there to Angreifen and the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. An interesting move there by Gastrodon. Can of course also open up for the M20 mine, which of course will be usually dealing with any light vehicles Angreifen might go with. Even the Kubelwagen can be defeated with an M20 mine, though. In the case of the Kubelwagen, that might be what you call overkill, if not straight up just to waste munitions. There's something northwards there. Lieutenant waiting back, so far not making a push there. Losing control of both fuel points now to Angreifen. That's definitely something that Nexus Gastrodon needs to rectify soon, otherwise he will find himself in a nexus of trouble. Angreifen, they're going for a truck bit late, I would say. They're for an Oberkommando's player. Likely going to mechanized regularly into fast looks or Puma here. There could be some surprises. Who knows? There we go. M20, they almost got the Coolbang. Looks like the Coolbang is able to escape here. The wrath of the M20 utility car. Need to be careful there. There we go. Full screen of the escort route here by the M20. Armoured skirts up as well. Slightly fortifying the M20 against any further German assaults. Ambulance on the way there for Gastrodon. Very good. It's kind of taking up north of Tricane, the fuel point here from Angreifen, and the 15th Panzer going to do shown on the south. 2 squads here versus 1. Got sandbags up here though, courtesy of Angreifen. They're a bit difficult there for Gastrodon to use against Angreifen, who's quickly moving up there in large numbers. Mechanized rating, you can see that in the base, that little circly pointy arrow thingy there. I never quite understood what that was supposed to make sense for. Of course, that's partly some older design for that mechanized rating, I believe. Anyway, some 20 setting out. We got back here the ambulance out for Gastrodon. Right from here, very low on health, in particular that squad there is in dire need of some first aid and some second aid, even third aid. Fuel point in the north finally being secured again here for Gastrodon and the 2nd Armour Division. 15th Panzer going to be shown by it initially been stationed in Italy and Sicily, but was by late 1944 repositioned to the Western Front in Europe to assist in Unternehmen Herbstnebel. A little fun fact there. Lieutenant moving about here, Raffen setting out. We got weapon action on there for Gastrodon, that's going to be a nice upgrade there. Filters on the fire here from M20. No kill so far on it. No sign on mines either, though of course he wants to get as many bars as possible. He's probably not going to go for that right away. Airborne doctrine chosen here for Gastrodon. Bit surprising they didn't go for some early Pathfinders, but there we go. And Angreifen, an interesting move, goes for the Puma right away, not the Lux. I mean, normally the Lux can easily deal with the M20. Possibly Angreifen has some other plan, or he's worried about something that could follow up on the M20 if he goes for the Lux, so he might as well just figure, I'm just going to cut, through the middleman here and go straight for the Puma. That is also a very, real possibility there. Jaegers have an upgrade here with the Marksman Key 43 rifles. Riflery setting Salfords. Flares popping off here, of course alerting Angreifen what's going on. He's already occupied with his own moves. Puma out, 234-2, that was the more technical name of it. And Gastrodon does in fact go for the Stuart Light tank here, so I mean, pretty much Angreifen near made the right move, or at least the right guess, by going straight for the Puma and again just cutting out the Lux out of this. Since if he'd gone for the Lux, that would like just been destroyed by the Stuart, at which point it would just been an utter waste of resources. Of course, needs to be careful, his Puma is not a tank, but it is certainly decently equipped. But right here, no anti-tank rifle means the Puma is pretty safe for us. Jaegers can come in to support here up north. Fresh counterattack here by Gastrodon. Stuart Light tank almost done. A lieutenant could also maybe consider upgrading with a bazooka to help deal with the Puma there, or at least assist in the job. Stuart Light tank out here, and of course Gastrodon, of course, is more than aware of the Puma. If he didn't see there, he should be seeing it now. You can see that the M20 is very quickly backing off there as soon as he realises there's a Puma in the vicinity. In the south, we got Raffen here versus Fulton Community. Jaegers nearby as well. We've got the Stuart setting out here. A lot of action here between Gastrodon and Angreifen at the moment. Stuart falling back here. M20 there with the veterans, 1-4 kills. Coolbang hitting Salfords. Angreifen doing a great job then denying Gastrodon a lot of fuel, and of course ensuring he can sort of build up whatever fuel advantage he wants to. Fulton is very slowly being equipped with Sturmgewehr 44, and still no bazooka on the lieutenant. Got the Puma moving up there, Sturmpuni as well. Got the M20 moving up for some reason. Oh, he's playing in the smoke from there for some reason. That bazooka team following up there in the south. Stuart going here for the Fulton, needs to be careful. He's going to get Panzerfaust, which could open up there for the Puma rushing him down. Yup. More or less as predicted. That was a bit of an awkward move there. Possibly Gastrodon there had something else in mind, but didn't quite pan out. But there you go. The super teams arrive here, pushing back the Puma with sufficient enough of effect. So that kind of worked out there for Gastrodon, though. Actually, that was a pretty close shave. Rod need to get out of there. Southern fuel pump being drained here by the Germans, and the north one is being reclaimed by the Americans. Back here, Lieutenant good to go, being equipped with BARs. Stuart slowly being fixed up. M20 sitting out again, quickly engaging. Oh, the Sturmhunter's lead on mine there. Angreifen is not going to miss a beat here to try and mess up the road network there for Gastrodon. Angreifen taking up, that's going to be very likely a battle of headquarters. Otherwise, it's a very early time to begin going for the track there for the Schwerpunted headquarters. So I'm guessing battle group headquarters, meaning he could be ending up here with a King Tiger play, or there might be something else going on with Angreifen. It's obviously not with the Command Panther stall, since that's not part of the doctrine. Huzzah! Rifle riding in the Sturmpioneer, 50 cavalry essence moving up. And Angreifen here committing to an MG-54 to help contain the American infantry. Gastrodon so far showing really no shine of using the doctrine. I mean, it's not like he called in the 50 caliber. He's got no paratroopers, no pathfinders, no anti-tank guns. Though there's the Puma. The M1 anti-tank gun could be a very useful choice there for Gastrodon. Puma heading northwards, a bit on his own. Looking to harass and threaten flanks. Battle group headquarters up there for Angreifen. There'll be medics. Who knows, maybe some lightest Infanteriegeschütz, though again, while not popular with a lot of players, I would argue is a more solid, shall we say, and also more cost-effective sense of artillery compared to the Stukas of Fuss. Stuart M20 going down. We also got the Puma in. We've got a large engagement falling by the southern fuel point here. Puma moving up, hammering away at the Americans, threatening to end them, if not the Bazooka team, threatening to end the Puma. M20 getting about 227 kills. Heading the cuff on a nice play there by Gastrodon. Bazookas there impacting upon the Puma. Stuart, they're taking a nasty hit here from the Puma. Return up north here. Fresh counter attack there by Angreifen. Basically, almost seemingly using this as a diversion to then make a push into the north. That's going to force him to either, you know, pull back entirely, head northwards, or, you know, accept losing the north. More 50 calibers there for Gastrodon. Also, while I'm at it, big thanks to Arne for pledging on Patreon and support the Propagandacast that way. Big thanks to you, Arne. You're part of my company of heroes. Anyways, with that little message out of the way, folks going to say northwards, trading his resources there. Back here, troops reinforcing. Medics are in fact on the way there for Angreifen. That was pretty much going to happen. And 20 stood being fixed up here. Nice little vehicle puller. Gastrodon has been nicely able to keep alive, actually. Some thumbs up there, though. No mines so far they're considered remotely by Gastrodon. More beer yards being handed out there to his infantry as well to counter the crap menace, and they're going into forecourt here by the M20 and the Stuart light tank. Puma couldn't move it, but it's back at base. It's going to take a bit while to take fruit. Southern victory point seized here by Gastrodon as well. Bazooka team's opening up. Cover is slowly crumbling here for the MG-34 crew, as Gastrodon's vehicles and bazookas threaten it. And there you go, Puma on the scene. Need to possibly consider smoke screen there. There we go. Note he waited a bit there, probably to give the bazooka team a better chance to get up than shoot at it, because if he popped it too soon, the bazooka team would not be able to threaten the Puma whatsoever. So, a bit risky there by Gastrodon, but you know, makes sense. Nice bit of awareness there. Tactically by Gastrodon. Moving up here, backed up the footers for the Rifle Lieutenant, going straight for the Sturmpioneer, forcing him right there. Nice play. South side again as soon as he hits northwards, and Angreifen diverts forces southwards, then hit the fuel point there. So, thumbs up there, noting his Kuhlwagen Bauer is still alive, but it's not doing too much by now. Very close to getting a wipe there. Back here we got Gastrodon taking out the he's in for armor. Very good move there. Puma there, good to go as well. We got Repair Pioneers as well. So I mean, he's definitely gone heavily in on the sort of mid-tier tech, but importantly, he still doesn't have any sign of immediate armor, and he's only got the Puma, so a nice Sherman here could prove a bit of a problem there for Angreifen. Though whether that comes to pass or not, of course, is another thing. Heading the northern fuel point again. Forces they're being slowly bled out, and there we go. We got the bazooka teams up again. There you go, direct hits on the Puma again. Both the super rockets pierce the armor and do some nasty damage. Had there been an actual Puma, though, the bazookas probably would have knocked it out permanently. But again, that's sort of what called game design and balancing. Would have been a lot less fun if all of those weapons were better, because at that point the Foot Panther Fast would also have to be better. And again, that would probably not have been too exciting for most Allied players. Moving eastwards here, back for repairs once more. Kuhlwagen is still doing nothing. Bit of shame there for Angreifen, and of course for the Kuhlwagen. Finding around the centre. 50 caliber coming north here. I mean, he could consider just sneaking in a 50 caliber here to cover the northern victory point. A fuel point, just leave another one to move on actively. Oh, what is this? MG for the fallen is a bad spot here for Angreifen. Could get wiped out. That would certainly help for their Panzerfaust and the Sword Light Tank. Pulling up here. MG for the whole crew exterminated here like vermin. And we got an Incendiary on the 5th caliber as well. That's going to force a removal here. At least in a repositioning. Another bazooka hit there on the Puma in the south bit. The light skirmishing, the Major's moving in, but he's going to get a wipe there if he doesn't retreat immediately. Angreifen flooding in on manpower. 5th caliber fine retreating. Got Sturm Puny advancing. Likely will try and grab that MD-34 to deny it to the Americans. Swift response there by Angreifen. Got a close one there. Major did successfully escape here. The death trap in the south there from Angreifen. Back here. Sherman is on the way for Gastrodon. Very good. And with Angreifen really only having the Puma to stop, that should at least give the Gastrodon something to work with. And particularly supports probably with the Stuart Light Tank. It should have a very good chance versus the Puma. Right now you can see the Gastrodon seizing most of the map here away from Angreifen. We've got more Jaegers out here for him. We need to go for that. I'm finally got the Kubak moving again here for Angreifen. Finally, but it feels a bit late here. He's in the southern fuel point again. Will we ever see the M20 here from Gastrodon? It looks like the answer to that is no. At least for now. M43 Sherman tank almost down there for Gastrodon. He's only falling back. Season points in the south. Adding the 50 caliber there to the Sherman. Rifling up with the BARs. Lieutenant joining in as well. A Kedman for them for Angreifen. I mean, having seen the Major, you probably kind of figured at some point it's getting hit by tanks. So, good idea there. We got another trot on the way. This is finally be taken up as well. We got Tilly called in on the MD-34. Could risk not getting out and then time to keep losing gunners. No, it looks like he will escape here. The threat of artillery called in there by Gastrodon. Got forces charging from the south here. Stewart. Sherman also ready to open up here. Oh, it's shit. Line. Getting ready with the high closer rounds, and there you go. Nasty hit there. 50 cover joining in as well there. A rather brutish assault there by Angreifen, which ends up, well, pushing back some of Gastrodon's defenders, but also suffering rather high casualties. But at the same time, he's been able to sneak up to the northern fuel point, hit that, denying Gastrodon a bit of fuel there, though he is getting a lot more fuel right now than Angreifen. Switching back to home, Pierce rounds for the Sherman. Stewart flanking the Puma. Oh, but Kenrick joining as well. They clearly wasn't ready for that one. And to block the vision there of the Puma, Shermaning up. There we go, nice hit down to half health. Ralph Nevers, the Jaeger unit there in the south, forced away. M20 riding the Kubak, in fact, is filling it with as many 50 caliber holes as needed and completely destroys Angreifen's kleines little Kubelwagen. In the south, Jaegers advancing, backed up by more Jaegers, though they could perhaps do with a bit of metal support. They're standing about waiting for the time to upgrade and become the mighty Schwerer Panzerquartus. Back to explosive rounds here. Using the southern fuel point again, counter to the north as more fighting continue over the fuel and victory points here. Between the two, and there goes Sherman arriving, shoots and misses the Sturmpionierer spectacularly. Shot fired, barrels exploding, but no Germans. And we've got a wipe somewhere. Looks like the Major paid the ultimate price. And that Gastrodon has still yet to really make use of the doctrine here. We've not really seen anything. We haven't seen anything. No Pathfinders, no 50 caliber Collins, no anti-tank Collins, no paratroops, and we've got to support them down here. 50 caliber wiped out here by Angreifen's Fuchs Grenadiers. Sherman's on the scene here, and there you go. Prevents the machine gun from falling into the hands of the Nazis. 5 kills on the Sherman. Nice hit from the Kedman from the south. We got the Jaegers grabbing the fuel point there. 50 caliber hanging back. A rifleman setting up, troops are healing and forcing. Forces advancing versus the 50 caliber getting suppressed, taking heavier losses. Sherman sending southwards, closing on into one, which is very good. Looks like he's going to move both his light vehicles down south to hit the points there, maybe also threaten the south there for Angreifen. Got 3 particles up, covering the munitions and the car fire there, forming up a slightly advanced position here. And without anti-tank guns, it will be a bit difficult for Gastrodon to reduce it to, rubble immediately. And then were to go for some anti-tank guns, he could probably quickly clear it down, leaving Angreifen feeling very sad. At least not too pleased. We got an M36 Jackson tanks on the way there for Gastrodon. Sherman they needed some repairs. Fun fact about the Sherman, one of its great advantages was it really sort of had crucial ability in mind. It had spring-loaded hatches, making it very easy to get out of Sherman compared with, well, I think really any tank in the war otherwise. That's probably one of his better advantages. Shermaning about, they need to get the 5th Cub out here. Now, of course, Luciani also very comfortable, which is one reason why certain crews kind of liked it compared with their own tanks, which were not really built with comfort in mind. Shots fired, ground the southern point, we got Jaegers as the lieutenant. Bit of back and forth action there, still putting push back. Sherman also pulling back as well. M36 Jackson almost done. I mean, he could also just gone for another Sherman here. I think that would have been more helpful immediately. I mean, whatever Angreifen goes, could still be some time off from any armor, particularly considering your Gastrodon will be able to control the resource quite well. And I think more Shermans just allow him to push harder against Angreifen immediately. Put more pressure on the infantry and also the Puma, but it's not like the Jackson's a bad choice. I'd just say I think a second Sherman would have been a slightly better choice. Fixing up the Stewart and the Sherman. Return here, there's a lot of advancing angry Germans. South seems to be slightly forgotten here by Gastrodon. And there you go, Brandhand Grenade. Ooh, mine's off. Guessing there was some light anti-tank mines Gastrodon laid down at some point. Oh, we got the M36 Jackson out, which was based off the Sherman chassis. Similar to the M10 Wolverine. There's only the M18 Hellcat that actually had a specific, chassis made for it as a tank destroyer. Troops heading out. Shermaning the southwards as well. Puma hanging back. Got the 5th Cub setting. MG34 setting up there. Jaegers on the move. Veterans who want 3 kills. Big push out of the base. All mines spotted here. Aggressive push with the armoured vehicles. His southwards. He's expecting a counter-attack there by Angreifen, but his north is now a bit more exposed, so he could also find himself a bit unpleasantly surprised here by the Germans, depending on Angreifen. Because there you go. Jackson shoots, misses. Sherman shoots, actually gets a hit there on the Sturmpionier, forcing around. And Angreifen is going for the Panther. The Panzerkampfwagen feeling a bit behind. He goes for the Panther, which I think is definitely the better choice. He could, of course, try and save up for the King Tiger, but that would actually risk getting Gastrodon more time to get back in the field, whereas a Panther sort of, help get back into match. Is sort of reasonably good, and of course, doesn't take you too far behind in terms of, timing and whatnot. So I think that's a nice play there by Angreifen versus Gastrodon. He might also want to consider some Obersoldaten. Southern field point being seized back. Up north here, forces man to break through and slightly outmaneuver some of Gastrodon's positions. Going for another 5th caliber to help deal with all the infantry that Angreifen is throwing at Gastrodon. And the 2nd Armoured Division. Stewart moving in to assist. Puma moving up, actually too close to the veteran fleet. Very nice. 5th caliber on the flank. He could try and pop some armor piercing to help deal with the Puma there. Looks like he's not quite considering that. Still not armor piercing round, so I'm a bit surprised at that. I think he could have had a good chance of doing some heavy damage to the Puma, then maybe finishing off with the Jackson. I would say a minor oversight there, but Gastrodon versus his opponent. Angreifen launches a furious assault northwards. Panther backing it up here. Apologies about the hiccup. Sorry about that one as well. Line for going away there. Jackson versus Panther up close. Panther should have the overall upper hand due to more health. Unit wiped out here. Bit of a blow there to Angreifen. Photo squad annihilated. And suddenly we got the Puma there finding out it's the 5th cover. Still not popping armor piercing rounds. It seems like he doesn't really care. Panther then moving forwards again. Pin up machine added by way. Double 5th caliber. Still not opening up here on the Puma. I mean, honestly, if he just moved ahead straight to all these armor piercing rounds, that Puma would be dead. So definitely a missed opportunity there by Gastrodon. Meanwhile, the Sherman went dead. So that's a bit of a unfortunate development there for the Americans, great there for the Germans. But I'm going to feel like it's focusing too much in the center and trying to break Gastrodon when you should, be focusing, I think, more on the resources. So he's risking, Gastrodon just building up a lot of fuel faster here and just getting up more tanks, which means whatever damage Angreifen does will not last very long because he can always just push out another Sherman. Whereas compared to resource-wise, Angreifen will not be able to sustain any sort of armor losses for very long. Smoke from down here. On the center from the light infantry gun. Light infantry Geschütz. Panther, Puma on the move. Panther there, setting out again, not for repair, but it's fine. He can't wait. Okay, nothing snuck away there. By Gastrodon, nice play there. Bit unfortunate for Angreifen. Ooh. Decent hit there on the 5th cover, nothing to finish it off with. Puma sitting southwards, going for the Japan. They got 263 versus 376 here. Panther making northern attempt here to push through there. Getting a bit more active on the field again, that's very good, but encountered the Jackson straight away. Does successfully push back the machine gun there, so that's a decent start. More smoke in the centre, very good. In the south, Puma trying to flank here, but encounters severe resistance here from Gastrodon, who's not having any of that. Puma there by Veteran 3, actually Veteran 4, that's pretty good. Gives him more range, and a Veteran 4 Puma is actually quite nasty. Veteran 5 really does do a lot for it. Panther moving ahead here. Directed here on the Panther, stood flanking up here. Veterans 1 Jackson. Oh, Panther hits him out. Oh! He actually laid on an M20 man, and the Panther's tracks have been blown off. Wow, we actually got to see that. And there you see why they're actually good. I mean, if you mobilize a Panther or anything like that, it's going to be a very easy target. In this case, it just needed another shot, but in that, full health Panther hit that, it would still have been very much toast. So, definitely a nice sight there, except I imagine Angreifen does not agree with that assessment, obviously. He's not supposed to. But, still nice to see him actually make bloody well use of the M20 mines. So, thumbs up there to Gastrodon. Still Gastrodon's a lot of force here versus Angreifen. Angreifen's forces have been a bit depleted. He's a bit short on arm as well. Again, he's been struck with fuel point. Again, focusing too much in the centre there. Rather than the north and the south. Puma here versus the M20 in the south. Aim shot as well, but there you go. Pops the smoke and quickly dips out of sight there of the Puma. Awkward there for Angreifen. Continued pressure in the centre here by Gastrodon as he tries to push back Angreifen. Need to get the Landfree gun away before it gets wiped out there by Gastrodon and the 2nd Armoured. And you've got to hold this slowly approaching Veteran 3. Moving up directly on the Jackson, but takes a direct hit and trying here from the Jackson. Still moving out. Gastrodon, I think, could easily afford just more tanks versus Angreifen just roll him down with them. That's what Angreifen's planning. It's hard to say there. It's starting to look like another Panther. I mean, he could also go for Yak Panther or Panther 4, obviously. There's also the option of the King Tiger, but that still I think would be too much of a loss thing to see tempo versus Gastrodon. Could allow Gastrodon just further build ahead an advantage. So he's kind of really left just with what he can get out of the Schwerpanther quarters. Smokes in the centre again. We got 237 versus 358. Ace and 20 sitting out. Looks like some misclick happened here by Gastrodon. And he was quick to realise that. Very good. They came in on the way there for Angreifen again. Needs to be careful not to lose another one to the Americans. Otherwise, I feel like I might start to get a bit cross with him. Fight for the south there. Fulton versus Rifleman. Looks like the Fulton might have the advantage there and trend in the centre here with 19 kills, pushing back the Sturmpioniere. Moving ahead here. Jackson forwards. shortly after the Puma, shooting after the Puma and south of the Raft pushed back, but the Fulton's got the M20 nearby though. He's careful not to get Panzerfaust though. Tickleton has not been laying down. I think any M20 monster say could immobilize a Puma that might immediately respond to Gastrodon's integration. There you go, popping out the crew here. Going in the Stewart. Let's go need more support to try and have a chance of saving it. You can mark up some merch repairs, but there you go. Angreifen having none of that, he just shoots into the smoke, taking out the utility car, the leading Gastrodon just for the bazooka vehicle crew. 234 versus 354, and what is this? We got a munitions casualty up here. He's clearly sort of planning now for the long haul, and the long haul is, I imagine, going to involve a lot of P-47s versus Angreifen. So he's clearly worried about more big armor ramming. He wants the rocket strafes ready to just, you know, put that to sleep. At the same time, filling up with the Sherman, Angreifen, he can soon go for another Panther. He could go for the King Tiger. Though again, King Tiger would be very late. So we'll have to see what that ends up with. Rifleman routed. Stewart there with 16 kills, very nice. More to fire off there from Angreifen. Bit of finding on North Stream Pioneer there, hitting Destiny 3, very good for him. A Stewart on the move, got the Jackson moving up as well. In the south, got a bit of points being seized and grabbed. Talk to the rest of the lieutenant. Need to be careful here. In the centre, we've got Pont being seized with the Lieutenant. Have North bit skirmishing here. Overall, Angreifen is trying to break through, but I think he's trying to break through in too many spots. At least he's not trying to break through in the centre too much. It seems like he's going to make another push for there. In the south, slow engaging here, whatever Gastrodon's got left there. Hard to say what Angreifen is planning it. Is it a Panther? Is it a King Tiger? What is he planning? It's definitely not looking like a Panzer IV, and certainly a Panzer IV in these circumstances would likely just be resources down the drain as he handles it extremely well. And even then he probably would have gone for a Panther IV sooner, so it's either Panther King Tiger at this stage. I mean, he can wait a few more minutes for the King Tiger, go for the Panther now, and it's going to be the Panther here. Puma then gaining the Ace level veteran to 5, very nice. Unless you're guessing on, of course, in which case you don't consider that to be particularly nice. 206 versus 338. Panther slowly running forward to the front line here for Angreifen. The south points being secured. Rifleman 50 moving head back up here with the Sherman. Panther halfway done. Dominating how far here from Gastrodon's armored forces, pushing almost to the brink of annihilation. Ooh, flares going off in the centre. As the turret sets it off. In the south here, Rifleman moving in. Angreifen's forces throwing containers, and up north, we got like having the trouble with the bazooka teams. The situation is definitely not looking particularly amazing here for Angreifen. Gastrodon remains in command of a large force, and of course he's got the P-47 to reserve, though Angreifen does have the sector assault to assist him as well, so obviously he probably going to have to end up using that one, but the question is how does he end up using it here versus Gastrodon. Oh wait, Panzerkampf Wagen 5 there, mobilised, pin machine being added as well, very good. In the south, Sherman here pushing back the Fox Grenadiers, 206 versus 316. Pinwheel machine there being added to the Panther, the Panzerkampf Wagen 5. Crossing its way through the terrain here, going hard at Gastrodon. There you go. Shots fired. Violence ensues. Got the Jackson down to half health. Sherman also to half health. Might get the Sherman. We've got the Zoo team moving up here to assist. But will it be in time here? Will it be sufficient? Sherman down, a small tactical win there for Angreifen. And the German Panzerwaffe. But there you go. Strength and anti-tank rifle grenade here. That's definitely a bad weapon there for Angreifen. Very bad one. And then we got Dog 50 Cups of this all Jägers. Angreifen's infantry. We got air support called in here by Gastrodon. We got the P-47s being unleashed here now. on Angreifen and the 15th Panzer going to be destroying the South Puma. The Force goes here, but the rockets are flying at the Panther, exploding the terrain here. But mostly the Panther survived one strafe here. Oh dear, might have been a bit too slow to get out of the arc of fire. We'll have to see if the P-47s go for it. Oh, they will. And the Panther is down. A big blow there to Angreifen. His second Panther barely managed anything before it got demolished. That's definitely a nice tactical win there for Gastrodon. They suffered losses elsewhere here, though he's still got plenty of stuff to go as well. Penny's forgotten about his stood by the northern victory point. If Angreifen seizes this, would be hugely embarrassing for Gastrodon. Oh no! Then again, he might not want to sacrifice eventually for Sturmpanzer score for that, but you know, he's gonna have to kill the vehicle crew. Kill the vehicle crew! Angreifen! 9! He failed to kill the crew! And is forced to retreat. That was deeply awkward. And a bit embarrassing there for Gastrodon. You know, Carl, I can't help but feel it's a bit windy. Maybe that's because we're not in the goddamn tank. Oh, I knew he'd forgotten something. Oh, shut up. Sturming about here, 20 kills. Charging in there against Angreifen's forces. 190 versus 298. He's still got the Ace Puma. But Gastrodon's definitely got more armor on the field. So infantry-wise, he's a bit more short-handed. There you go, Jackson versus Puma. Oh, managed to nail there the turret ring. Very nice. We got sector assault coming as well here. Stood going for the Puma. Almost got it. Hey, fine. There we go. The Jackson tank strike goes down here to the Stuka Kanonenvogel. Pass collapses. Push for the center. We got an MG-4 lying in wait. And the South infantry moving through. 50 cavalry crew setting out, stood rushing southwards as well. Plenty of fuel for Gastrodon. Easy, I think, push most Germany just preserves infantry attack. Bad here versus Angreifen. Angreifen also go for more armor. His troops are pinned down, not looking too good. Jaeger push in the north. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but he's losing his focus very rapidly. Might have been distracted by something. Either way, GG. As Angreifen suddenly leaves, they're having suffered those catastrophic infantry losses. Who knows what happened there? Either way, though, game over. The victory there for Gastrodon. Had that not happened, who knows? Angreifen likely could have won, but again, losing two focus scores like that, leaving very little infantry in an otherwise tense situation, I think rather pushed things in the favour of Gastrodon. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Lynch and cheers. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.